All right, everyone, welcome back, and welcome back to Dogecast. We're going to talk about Dogecoin and Robinhood on today's episode. Take a look at the chart, give some predictions, and all that good stuff. Let's get into it. So as reported here by the New York Post, you can see the title there, Dogecoin accounts for 25.6% of Robinhood's second quarter revenue. If we scroll down the article, you can see the meme-inspired cryptocurrency Dogecoin, which got to start as a joke, which is technically true, no longer a joke, that's a fact, accounted for a whopping 25.6% of the commission fee trading app Robinhood's revenue in the second quarter. This is no small news story for Robinhood or Dogecoin. A quarter of Robinhood's revenue was based specifically on the trading of Dogecoin. That is massive. And so, of course, this is coming out and it's sort of affecting Robinhood a little bit. Investors don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, a quarter of your business was based off of Dogecoin? That's impressive, or that's a little scary. Shouldn't it be a little bit more diversified than that? And so then you have your financial and stock analysis coming out and taking a look at this.
Are you thinking of them, for example, the CFO told RK Rooney, I think, that the idea of them as a meme name doesn't resonate because they want to portray them as a growing, evolving, broader platform. Do you see them like that, or are they basically a play on gamification and memes?
This is a quarter that they laid out a lot of very positive things about what could happen. But it's not happening yet. Right now, it does feel, I mean, if you're basing your business on opening accounts that are Dogecoin, that's not exactly opening your accounts with with 5-year treasuries, with notes. And it's also not opening accounts with a mutual fund. It's not opening accounts with just with companies. And I think that they have to be careful. That's not as sustainable as you'd like. Now, I know that there are Dogecoin fans, but that's my least favorite that's everybody's least favorite of the cryptos, because it does seem a mockery of a sham.
As it was intended.
I gotta stop this here. This is Jim Cramer. You guys may have known Jim Cramer from Mad Money and his CNBC stock analyzer and stuff like that. But he's clearly now keep in mind, a lot of these analysts over the years, actually for like the last 10 years since the beginning of cryptocurrencies, have always been telling people, don't get in, this is not, you're not going to make any money, and they've been telling people, get into GM, get into Ford, get it. It's like they're not with it anymore, they don't get it anymore, and they've been telling people to get into companies that have basically been just sliding downward forever, and maybe now they're just starting to dig themselves out of the hole. In the meanwhile, a lot of these new emerging industries, and I'll call cryptocurrencies an industry, I know it technically isn't, but it is in some ways, and now Jim Cramer just not being able to figure this out. Dogecoin, I mean, but here's the thing, if Dogecoin does in fact become the world's most popular use of digital currency and transfer of money and wealth and products between individuals, this is huge. In 50 years from now, you're going to be looking at, like, how didn't they see that cryptocurrency and Dogecoin was, of course, going to become this huge thing? Now, they sort of mock it. He says it's everyone's least favorite. It's not everyone's least favorite. It's actually one of the most popular ones out there. One of the things that makes Dogecoin awesome is the community behind it. It's very lighthearted. Most of the people in Dogecoin are pretty happy, excited people. We get pretty excited. Oh, Dogecoin goes up a couple percent. This is awesome. We don't get too crazy about things. We're not mad at people. We're cool with all the other cryptocurrencies. We like them. Oh yeah, you think that's a good one? Yeah, invest in that one. But we've got these misers out there who don't like this. And now this report comes out from Robinhood that says, hey, a quarter of our revenue came simply from Dogecoin. And so he doesn't even know what to think about this. By the way, Cramer, he's a decent guy, but he gets things wrong all the time.
To be originally,
yes,
some argue,
and that's what they went for. It's because it's low priced, and
yeah.
The irony of the call is that somehow they think this is fine. I mean, I was hoping that what they would do is say, and a lot of our younger investors are buying interesting companies like the genomic companies, or they like the stocks that are, say, Ford. It seems to have made a turn. I like that. Instead, it's
there it is again. Ford. Let's buy some Ford. They've made a turn again. So all he could come up with is the genomic companies. Actually, cryptocurrencies is in fact one of the leading markets right now, and one of the most interesting markets going into the future, especially with the digital transactions, low transaction fees, high transaction speeds, the fact that you're giving people who haven't been able to bank a banking ability, their own wallets, their own keys. And that leads us to Robinhood. They need to get their own wallet. If a quarter of their revenue is in Dogecoin, I get it. They might be scared in what getting their own wallet will mean. Will people transfer their funds out of Robinhood? Of course, they don't want that. But if they're going to hedge their bets on the fact that they have a whole bunch of individuals who are using Robinhood to trade for Dogecoin, they're going to need to bolster that, and they're going to need to solidify it by getting the wallet. If they do, I trade on Robinhood. I'm going to continue to trade on Robinhood. You know why? Because I don't have to pay any fees when I trade on Robinhood. If I trade on Coinbase, I do. And the fees, if you're not buying a lot, and I know not everyone listens to me who you actually uses Coinbase. I'm not sure what most of you use. Comment below. Actually, that'd be a cool idea. Comment below. What do you use? Do you use Coinbase, Robinhood, Webull? What are you using? But if you trade on Coinbase, if you're not buying a lot of Dogecoin, like I'm talking about like $20,000, $50,000 worth, $100,000 worth at a time, you are paying a pretty high percentage fee for trade. So if you want to make a small $100, $200, $300 trade, they're taking a pretty good chunk of that. Now, the benefit of it is you say, yes, they did take a big chunk, but I've got the keys to my own coins, and I'm willing to pay that extra fee because it means something to me. Just like if you're willing to go change your oil at a Honda certified dealership because it means something to you, you'll pay the extra fee for it. Well, if Dogecoin gets a secure and really well done wallet and they keep it no fee, I'm going nowhere. And so are the rest of the 99% of people who are using Dogecoin for the same thing. Maybe you'll lose 1% of them, maybe, but I highly doubt it. Matter of fact, you probably end up gaining more people than you're going to lose, because the people who are over at the other places paying fees, if they're only primarily trading in Dogecoin, they might switch over to Robinhood. Now, Coinbase obviously gives you the option to buy a number of other cryptocurrencies that Robinhood does not. Robinhood has some of the big ones, but there's other ones that are really good that are only offered on Coinbase. That's where you're going to get your Cardano, which I think is a really good one. ADA. You're going to get XRP and others that aren't here on Robinhood yet, at least at this point. Maybe they'll open that up in the future. So let's take a look at Dogecoin's chart for today. You can see Dogecoin is up 5.5%. That is really good. So if you are a follower here, we noticed that it was going down. Let me go out to the week here. We went way up to 34 cents with that bump. That was the bump from Mark Cuban and Elon Musk, where they were saying they believe that Dogecoin was set up as the best cryptocurrency as a means of transactions digitally, not Bitcoin, not Ethereum, not any of the other ones, but Dogecoin. It went up, and then of course we drew back down and saw the consolidation. It got all the way to around 27 and change. It's not listing it here, but it did drop to 27 and change, and then it started to come back up, and we're seeing it get pretty healthy right now. It's looking pretty good. It's possible it could dip below the 30 again, but we're finding a lot of strength here at this 30-cent range, which is really nice. And everything is looking positive for the future. So a lot of the sentiment that's out there, a lot of the expectation that's out there for the fall and for the winter when it comes to cryptocurrency is pretty positive. Many people are expecting massive pumps in cryptocurrency over the fall and winter. Some people are expecting Bitcoin to reach all-time highs, Ethereum to reach all-time highs, and that means Dogecoin will in fact be following. I don't know if Dogecoin will reach the all-time highs, which were like 74 cents or so, but Dogecoin certainly will follow to at least the 50-cent mark, which is a massive bump on where it is now. So if you're investing in Dogecoin, you're doing good. Just keep holding there. If you can reinvest, that's awesome too. I was this close to reinvesting. I just didn't quite pull the trigger on it. Didn't quite get where I was wanting it to be, but that's okay. Some of you did. And if you did and you were able to get it at 28, 29 cents, awesome. And hey, hopefully it just keeps going back up. If it doesn't, if it dips back down there and you want it to buy back in, wait for the dip back down, and that'll be cool as well. All right, all good news today. Thank you for coming along with me. You guys are great. As always, I will catch you next time.